Warsaw lay bruised beneath gray skies. Smoke still curled from distant ruins as Anna Kowalska, once a teacher in a village outside Radom, walked the empty schoolyard. The laughter of her pupils had faded into echoes of artillery fire. Germany had won the field, but not her spirit. That evening, October 10th, 1939, within the candle-lit kitchen of her family's farmhouse, she gathered 3 former students. "We do not surrender to silence," she whispered, her voice trembling but resolute. Around the table, anxiety thickened with every flicker of the flame. They spoke in hushed Polish, the words heavier than gunfire. Ink, paper, code names, and trust, that's all we have for now. The war had stripped away the known world, yet within these quiet shadows a new resistance was being born. In the chill of dawn, Anna cycled through muddy tracks, carrying bundles of leaflets beneath loaves of bread. German patrols had begun sealing nearby towns, their boots echoing authority down the cobbled streets. By late October, her hand-operated printing press clacked softly beneath the floorboards of a barn. Each leaflet announced truth the occupiers tried to bury, reports from London, whispered hope of resistance, names of the fallen honored in defiance. Her allies, Marek, a printer's apprentice, and Helena, a nurse, risked their freedom with every page. "They want us frightened," Marek muttered one night. Anna replied, "Then let them hear our courage rustle in the wind." Her ink-stained fingers trembled, not with fear, but with purpose, the birth of a quiet rebellion. December 1939 brought snow, and silence guarded every whisper. Anna trained messengers among her former students, farm boys barely 16, who carried folded letters stitched into coats. They called themselves doves. Through train stations and frozen forests, the secret network reached as far as Krakow. Once, in a dim field, Anna waited for a courier who never arrived. Only his satchel was found by dawn, torn open, papers gone. She pressed her hands into the snow where his footprints vanished, her heartbeat cold and steady. "We go on," she said to the empty field. War depended on strength in numbers. Resistance survived on faith in the unseen. Every message delivered became both a victory and a prayer. By January 1940, the German occupation grew meticulous in its grip. Schoolhouses now displayed portraits of Hitler, and Polish lessons were replaced by silence. Anna resumed teaching secretly in barns, calling it the night school. Her sessions taught geography forbidden by decree, maps of a Poland that still breathed in memory. One evening, a soldier's truck stopped outside. The young pupils froze beneath dim lantern light. Boots crunched closer. Anna stood tall as the door opened halfway, her calm eyes meeting suspicion. A search, a breath held, and then the soldier left. She exhaled slowly, her heart a drum of defiance. Each night she risked death for a lesson, proof that even under tyranny, knowledge was resistance. Spring arrived with the hum of radio static. Marek had scavenged parts from broken receivers to build a transmitter, hidden beneath the floorboard. Through coded signals, messages reached the emerging Polish underground. Anna's voice trembled into the microphone on April 7th. Station Eagle reports active. Freedom lives. But radio waves carried danger. One evening, German direction finders prowled the horizon. She turned to Marek. "Shut it down," he hissed. They plunged into silence as headlights swept across the walls. The machine still glowed faintly in the dark, a lifeline pulsing beneath occupied soil. The next day brought calm skies and longer shadows, but their secret voice remained alive, drifting through Warsaw's wounded air. Summer turned grim. In July 1940, Marek was captured during a courier run near Kielce. His arrest sent fear rippling through their network. Anna waited sleepless nights for word, clutching his last encoded message. German posters announced executions for treasonous activities. Every day she walked past the square where lists were hung, her heart clenched at every name, until she saw his. Grief washed cold, but tears could not fall. That night she burned his coat, whispering his name into the darkness. The radio stayed silent for days, her courage dimming like the ember at dusk. Yet by dawn she returned to the transmitter. "Station Eagle continues," she said hoarsely. Her whisper declared survival beyond death. Equals autumn 1940. The forest became refuge and battlefield. The first partisan bands, formed from escaped soldiers, sought contact with Anna's group. She met them near Konski, where birch trees whispered secrets. Their leader, Captain Wolski, saluted quietly. "Teacher, we fight with books and bullets now." Days later, Wehrmacht patrol struck their hideout. Words vanished into gunfire. Smoke engulfed the clearing. Anna crouched beside wounded men, pressing cloth to their wounds. "No surrender," Wolski gasped. By nightfall, they retreated deeper into the woods. Victory eluded them, yet their survival alone carried meaning. War had entered its next phase, a classroom replaced by the forest, the chalkboard by the rifle. Winter's first snow blanketed the forest floor when Anna's partisans gathered around a single lantern. They recited an oath, drafted in her handwriting: loyalty to a free Poland, secrecy unto death. Her voice wavered, but steadied as she led them. Soldiers, farmers, students, all bound by faith stronger than fear. "If I fall, another will stand," she vowed. The night wind carried their words into the frost. They knelt, touching the frozen earth as though it were an altar. The war had turned them into ghosts in their own land, yet this oath made them real again. Under pines heavy with snow, Poland's heart beat in whisper and resolve. By March 1941, rumors reached them of coordination with London. Poland's government in exile needed reports, troop movements, morale, truth. Anna composed her most dangerous message yet. The radio crackled as encrypted code pulsed westward. "They will know we are still here," she murmured. Moments later, gunfire shattered the night. German scouts had followed the signal. Wolski's men held the perimeter as Anna smashed the transmitter. "Run!" he shouted. The forest blazed with light and noise. She fled through the trees, the scent of smoke in her lungs, clutching the last paper of codes. Behind her, the transmitter burned like a star falling to earth, a symbol, consumed but never silenced.
Years later, survivors would remember the teacher who began with chalk dust and courage. Anna Kowalska vanished into the forests, her fate unknown. But in 1945, as Poland rose from ruin, veterans whispered her name at victory gatherings. She taught us how to be free, even when enslaved, Captain Wolski told an Allied officer. Her leaflets became relics of defiance, her network the seed of a national underground. The occupation had tried to erase her, yet she lived on, in every whisper of resistance that dared to begin. History records armies by numbers, but the heart of a nation is born from those who refuse to bow. The Teachers' War became Poland's soul.